I'm curious about what that Seth Jones deal now looks like. If Rasmus Ristolainen, like, you're bad at defense, so you call the Sabres. Like,
what an amazing way of looking at it, Adam.
I mean, it's just weird. Well, because the Sabres are bad at defense. They're bad at everything.
Yeah, but Ristolainen's been on only terrible teams throughout his entire career. Like, he's a lot better than anything he's ever done because he hasn't played on a good team.
I'm not willing to believe Ristolainen is as bad a defenseman as he's been portrayed to be, because I just don't know if Buffalo Sabres stats over the last 5 years are reliable.
Yeah.
I don't
like
think
what Jesse said there, right? Like, they're so bad.
They're so bad. I just did a trade tree that involves the Sabres, and I don't want to blow it, but holy shit. It's blazingly, scorchingly bad and dumb. And just the rate at which nothing works. Nothing. It's unbelievable. The guys show up in town and they leave immediately, and then they like I don't want to spoil it. I work too hard, but yes. Do you want to go through it?
I mean,
it's not official yet, so I guess
so it could change. But I mean, I think we talk about it.
Well, so here's what I want to say, because everyone has been saying or reporting that Kevin Adams' demands for Jack Eichel are fantastical, and I am here to tell you, Kevin, hold to your guns.
Yep.
Yeah. Stick to your guns. You're doing it. You're cracking them. Obviously, we were criticizing the Sabres, and I'm like, Jesus, Kevin Adams really needs to hit it out of the park this offseason. First move, home run. Not even knowing the full details. Home run. They could retain half. I would still say it was a home run.
If we were to turn the NHL 2021 offseason into like a movie, I think stick to your guns would be the theme of it for every general manager, because that's what it seems like we're getting so far. It's Ron Francis sticking to his guns with the high price for picking guys in the expansion draft. We got the arguments about Dubas sticking to his guns over the Hyman situation, and now we got Kevin Adams sticking to his guns
and
over
Ken Holland and sticking to his guns, letting Adam Larson walk and sticking to his guns and going, no, I will pay for Duncan Keith. I'll stick to those guns.
The last one, we'll get to this as well, is the Nedeljkovic contract in Carolina, sticking to his guns again.
Boy, and there's been updates on that today. Stubborn. It's the war. The more I hear on that, the more I'm like, man, that's bad.
It's a bad deal. Yeah. Another annoying thing that is going to be a factor throughout the entire draft. The Coyotes really do ruin everything. Mm-hmm. So John Shannon tweets, sounds like Rasmus Ristolainen is going to Philadelphia in a package that includes the Sabres getting the 13th pick in the draft tonight. And I went, okay, the 13th pick in the draft. There were rumors that it could be like a 3-way deal. So I go, okay, who has the 13th pick? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's Calgary. Philadelphia has the 14th pick. Wait a sec. Is this a 3-way trade with Calgary? Or did John Shannon have a typo? No. The 11th pick in the draft belongs to the Arizona Coyotes, and they are forfeiting it. But
they don't have a pick this year.
Dude, they're forfeiting the 11th overall pick.
Oh, my God.
So bad. So unbelievably bad. Every team moves up a slot, unless you don't have a first-round pick. Hooray, Leafs. But not that I supported it at the time. I'm not going to go back. But so it's the 13th. It's technically the 14th pick, but really it's 13th. The 13th player selected. And the Sabres are already picking first. Really, really good work for Kevin Adams. Hopefully they've scouted well.
That's been the issue. Looking at the evolving hockey charts, it's not a pretty picture. Like, Haig looks like the better defenseman, even though he's played half the time, but Haig looks like at least like a replacement for Ristolainen. If you look at that,
like I had Hag in my expansion draft, I had notes on him, and he's gonna cap out at a 6th or 7th defenseman on most NHL teams. They did this thing last year where they started him in the offensive zone 60% of times, and only at that point did his numbers start looking positive. So this is a guy who's going to be middling on your penalty kill, and he's not going to be that much of an offensive threat unless you're giving him all of this advantage, as they did on the Flyers. So he's not that much of a player you're getting in return.
But so here's the thing, though. You just paid him and a 1st and a 2nd for a guy that, well, we're not really sure if he's good because the Sabres are bad. And this is my thing with Rasmus Ristolainen is there is an argument to be made that, well, maybe it's not fair. He's played on the Sabres. But my argument would be, then why are you paying so much?
Also, why did you pay to get rid of Shane Gostisbehere? So that you could pay more to acquire bigger Finnish Shane Gostisbehere. What do you? What? What? I don't understand.
There had to be a personality conflict there too. Like obviously
with Gostisbehere,
there had to be something where it's like, we got to move this guy.
His time was over in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was over.
Yeah.
I think you're right. And Ristolainen's been asking to get out of Buffalo for a while. So Truculent tweeted Jesus Christ, followed by the Sabres July 5th announcement that they were bringing on Sam Ventura as a vice president of hockey strategy and research. So this guy's, kind of a numbers nut. And they bring him in from Pittsburgh, and the Sabres' first move is to get rid of Rasmus Ristolainen.
Do you guys? Can I read you guys the total assets lost by the Flyers in the last 2 days, and the total assets gained by the Flyers?
Is the trade official?
Well, according to what the trade should be.
Sure.
So it'll be Gostisbehere lost, Hag lost, 13th overall gone, 2nd in 2022 gone, 2nd in 2023 gone, 7th in 2022 gone, and they've acquired Rasmus Ristolainen for all of those things.
Oh. And Twarynski, who they lost in the expansion draft.
I guess that too.
Everyone.
No, but guys, they didn't lose him. They acquired him to lose him. They didn't lose him, so.
They did not. Shut up. That's not that analogy doesn't work.
We acquired Gretzky to lose him, so we didn't lose anything. We traded a 2nd and Hollander for him, so it's all good.
Shut your big ass up.
Okay, so